Hello everyone, Ted Boomer here. Let me quickly go over my situation first in case this is the first time for you to watch my video. I graduated in 2022 and start working full-time in 2023 in a large bank operating globally. I got laid off last year and had to accept a lowball offer in October. I've been working here for almost 9 months. So what happened to my layoff? I was actually placed into PIP, Performance Improvement Plan, right after the new grad program was done. Even though I occasionally work on Saturday and took more on-call duties than others. Therefore, I want to share my story with other junior workers to avoid those traps in corporate workplace. In 2023 summer, I returned to the same company I interned. Unfortunately, I couldn't go back to my previous team since they were in another stage. Therefore, I got assigned to another team under the same business line. Everyone seemed nice at the beginning, and there was a young associate who was helpful and getting me on board and stuff, but he left after a few months I joined. Other people, they basically joined more than 5 years. I tried really hard to fit in, but generation gap and they were family guys, mom and dad. I was very introvert. I just did all my best for all social stuff. And people from other teams, other juniors, basically many people were from rich family. Graduate from NYU, Columbia. I was hard to join their conversations like European trip travels, BMW, yacht parties. I obviously didn't have the same vibe, so they didn't like me. And the relationship problem became a ticker bomb of my layoff. Whatever, my first year was fine. I even got over expectation in performance review. In the second year, things start getting dirty. First, I was assigned to another project with unfamiliar tech stack. I was working on Angular and Java Spring Boot services. Then I had to pick up Ruby on Rails. I had never touched that before. I had a lot of questions and I needed help. But those seniors were always busy. Tickets were unclear. I always had to wait few hours for an yes and no response, and in most cases, I had to read docs with empty conference pages. On-call support was really a nightmare. Hundreds of microservices I had to support, something completely strange to me. I didn't understand the spam logs. I didn't know what SQL query to check. I didn't know how to retrigger the workflow. And I had other stuff to handle. Each time I got pinged to dealing with an incident, I lost track of my own tasks. Mentally, I was unhappy in office. I was always having lunch myself. A little side story. There was another junior girl. She was one of the few people I could have small talk with. That was something that motivated me to go to office since we had hybrid schedule. However, I was relocated to another floor for some reasons, and then I lost my only happiness going to office. Things start going downhill at the end of 2024. My performance review was below expectations, and it was not about work because I wasn't social enough and not attending much social events. When I tried to talk to those seniors, they didn't really want to spend time with me. Maybe they would rather spend time with upper management climbing the ladder. Finally, I fell into traps that got me into PIP. One day, I was told to push some changes to QA environment, even though the QA deployment time frame was past. But the senior I report to still urged me to do it and told me it was fine. And then I got into trouble, even though that wasn't my mistake. Another thing was I got put into a meeting for something I had no context at all. I was told just attend the meeting and I had no idea. Later on, it was actually a meeting to confirm items to be released, and everyone there was representative of each team. And wow, of course, I had nothing to say, and it was kind of a way to get me humiliated in public. And it's better for them if I resigned myself. I would not do it, of course. I knew I would lose my unemployment insurance. Since their plan didn't work, my manager requested me to work on weekends, both Saturday and Sunday, saying that could help me get out of PIP. He claimed he was helping me, but I Didn't know was it even legit, requiring me to work 7 days non-stop. Apparently, I failed the PIP and got laid off is the result. It's really bad for my financial situation and career path. I'm supposed to be the breadwinner of my family. Now I'm getting paid a lot less than before, barely surviving. However, if I'm still staying at the previous job, I think my mental issue would kill me, like jumping into well when I'm waiting for the subway. Or whatever, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.